What I'm driving today comes from a manufacturer which simply likes to call itself simply clever. Got it? Not quite. Well, it's the Czech manufacturer SKODA, and they recently relaunched their sedan, the Rapid, with a few changes. Well, hardly that many changes, but nevertheless, I would say clever changes which should add value to the car. And what lies under this bonnet here is the biggest change. The 1.5-litre diesel engine made it to a 7-speed DSG gearbox. And that, I say, is a clever change. Well, the changes to the new Rapid are not that many, but what you can do to make your Rapid stand out a bit more than the others is to opt for the package the company is offering, aptly called the Black Edition package. And what you get are blacked out headlamps, black alloy wheels, which incidentally are new design, black OVRMs, and a black roof as well. Well, you don't see it in this car, but you can get one. And what all this will do to your car is to make your Rapid a little more striking than the rest of them, which in itself is not a mean achievement considering the way the Rapid looks. The black package is available in the Rapid as an optional package in both the manual as well as the automatic gearbox. This is purely cosmetic and it just adds to the look of the car, and the cost for doing this is around Rs 20,000 depending on the part of the country you live in. Well, if you get inside the Rapid here and try to play this game of spot the difference, I think you will have a very easy time because there is hardly any difference. This looks almost similar to the old outgoing Rapid model, except for the fact that this has a card holder here and the car comes with parking sensors, very useful features, and I think it will contribute both to convenience and safety, and in that sense it value adds to the car. But the Rapid continues to remain a bit ergonomically challenged. The cup holders here are too far out, and if you move the steering wheel and adjust it, it blocks off half the instrumentation. And the bottle holder here remains very, very shallow, so the bottle keeps on falling out. Well, many of the Volkswagen and the European cars have this problem, and I think we'll have to wait till the next generation Rapid comes in and addresses this problem. But what now I'm going to do is jump into another car. Okay, it doesn't come with the black package, but what it does come with is the 1.5-litre new diesel engine and the DSG gearbox. Time for me to drive that. As you might notice, this Rapid I'm driving now looks different. And it should be, because this is the standard one you are going to get if you don't shell out the 20,000 difference for the black package. The Rapid looks pleasant enough, and with a ground clearance of 168 millimeters and a turning radius of 5.3 meters, it makes for a practical everyday sedan. The biggest change in this new Rapid is, of course, what lies under the bonnet. The 1.5-litre diesel unit. It's a new unit in the sense that this is the first time that SKODA is using it in the Rapid, but the unit comes from Volkswagen and it does duty on both the Polo and the Vento. And what it has done to the car is give it more torque. Now the Rapid generates 250 Newton meters of torque, and it's a very refined unit. The power delivery is quite linear. You don't feel any turbo lag in this. But this new 1.5-litre engine is not a very quiet engine. In fact, when you fire it first, it's quite audible. But as you settle down into the cruise mode, so does the engine. But the best thing is that this engine is now mated to a 7-speed DSG gearbox. DSG stands for direct shift gearbox. And in fact, the shifting here is extremely smooth and efficient. What makes this car a pleasure to drive, in fact, is the combination of this new 1.5-litre engine, which is both powerful, fuel efficient, as well as smooth, along with the DSG gearbox here. The gearbox is one of the best in the business, no two ways about that, and this is what all automatics should be, smooth and refined. In fact, if you drive this automatic here, there is no reason why you would ever shift to a manual one. But in case you want to drive fast and feel the power more, you can always shift down to the sports mode here, and that will make it only faster. The suspension on this Rapid is set on the stiffer side, so the chances are, if you're driving on a bad road, you will feel all the bumps coming into the cabin. The Rapid, with its small compact size, also makes for a very suitable candidate for running around in city traffic for the everyday chores, and lately SKODA has been focusing on customer service and satisfaction, so that's an additional boost for the Rapid. The interiors are pleasant and functional, and the dual-tone color scheme gives it a nice look, along with features like a good sound system, adjustable steering wheel with an uncluttered instrumentation, and enough space to make the Rapid a car to consider if you're in the market for a smallish sedan, and the overall build quality gives you the confidence to do so. If you're looking for a small sedan which combines the economy of a diesel engine with the convenience and drivability of an automatic gearbox, then look no further. This Rapid here should do the job very, very well. And SKODA, for good measure, has thrown in the option of a petrol engine as well. But my choice clearly is this one, thanks mainly to the DSG box, which ensures that you spend some quality time behind the wheel of this car. And in terms of pricing, the Rapid is not so badly priced because competition offers the DSG box at a much higher price point. In terms of pricing, the basic Rapid is priced at Rs 7.22 lakhs for the petrol with the manual transmission, while as the top of the line with the diesel 1.5-litre engine and the DSG gearbox will set you back by Rs 10.97 lakhs. And considering that this is a diesel with an automatic, it is not really that badly priced.
Well, what do you do when you have a nice car like this at your disposal? You get back behind the wheel and drive some more. That's exactly what I have in mind as I explore South India in the Hyundai Grand i10. As you might know, I started my trip from Bangalore, spending a day in Mysore, and next I'm off to Ooty. Now, the British established Ooty in the 19th century as the summer headquarters of the Madras government. And it soon got the nickname Snooty Ooty because it's where all the fancy folk descended when it got too hot in the plains. As you can see, I'm already wearing my shawl and sweater in preparation for the cool mountain air. Let's go! Ooty is set amidst the beautiful Nilgiri Hills, about a 4-hour drive from my previous destination, Mysore. The shortest route from Bangalore to Ooty is around 270 kilometers via SH17. It's a very pretty drive because you pass through the Bandipur Mudumalai Forest Reserve area as you exit Karnataka and enter Tamil Nadu. You're likely to see elephants and deer amidst the foliage on your way. The more I drove the Hyundai Grand i10, the more I enjoyed it. The compact size made it very drivable on the meandering hill roads, while the inside was very comfortable. The leather-wrapped steering wheel felt good to hold, and the multifunction buttons on it are a huge convenience. Its long list of smart features include a stereo system with great sound, which made this drive lots of fun. Add to this the fuel efficiency. The Grand i10 has a fuel efficiency figure of 18.9 kilometers per litre. And I can tell you that in actual driving conditions, you are not very far from that figure. I've just arrived in Ooty and I thought I'd make my first stop the Botanical Gardens. What better way to start your day than to amble around the lush green lawns and observe all the rare tree species.
Established in 1848, the government-owned botanical gardens are situated on the slopes of the Doddabetta peak. The terraced lawns are maintained by the Tamil Nadu Horticultural Society and extend over an area of 22 hectares. That's large enough to spend a whole day in if you like strolling slowly amid sprawling lawns and beautiful flowers, stopping now and again to laze in the grass.
After spending some time ensconced in nature at the botanical garden, it was time for me to move over to another very popular destination in Ooty, the lake.
I've come to paddle around Ooty Lake. Now this lake is actually artificially created. It was developed by the British in 1824. What they did was dam the water that was flowing down the mountain streams into Ooty Valley. But now it's become a really popular recreational facility with tourists flocking here for boat rides. And even though it can get quite crowded in the tourist season, it's also a lot of fun. So I recommend that you come to the boathouse and rent a boat to either pedal or row around at your leisure like I'm doing.
The town centre can feel rather chaotic with its dozens of shops and haphazardly placed new buildings. But I will admit that it's fun to shop around for locally grown fruit, tea and herbal oils. Fortunately, Ooty is also full of lovely parks and lawns and several Raj-era bungalows, which tend to be the most charming places to stay at. Though it has become increasingly commercial over the last couple of decades, the spirit of the old Ooty still survives.
As a self-confessed bookworm, I'm always thrilled when my travels allow me the opportunity to visit an old library. So I've come to check out the Nilgiri Library, which is over 150 years old and boasts of a collection of over 60,000 books. This is any book lover's paradise.
The quaint Nilgiri Library houses stacks of books that are leather-bound and embossed with gold, with hand-cut pages. It's a treat to come here to admire these treasures, especially if, like me, you mourn the demise of the printed word in the digital age.
Next, I wanted to look at some of the old colonial architecture which Ooty is famous for. What could be prettier than a visit to St. Stephen's Church?
Another example of Ooty's charming colonial architecture is St. Stephen's Church. It lies perched above the city centre and was built in the 19th century. Now, the stained glass inside the church is just beautiful, and it also has these large wooden beams which are said to have been brought by elephants from the palace of Tipu Sultan over 120 kilometers away. The church also has plaques and slabs donated by colonial era churchgoers. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like inside.
Ooty is a destination which can cater to people of different tastes. You can walk in the hills and take in the cool mountain air, or spend many lazy hours just boating on the lake. If you prefer to explore the marketplace, then it has a bustling bazaar area. Whatever it is that you enjoy, Ooty is sure to enchant you with its old world charm and natural beauty.